everyone, so welcome to today's video. Today we are down to business. You guys know, if you've been watching my videos, how much I love the Charlotte Tilbury brand and of makeup products. It is one of my top favorite brands, right? So I have the very popular contour wand. I've had this for a while. I have it in medium deep and it is very much loved in my collection, and I use this a lot on my personal time, and I have a couple of her products that are in these kinds of packaging. So of course, when I saw that Tarte was doing the Sculpt tape to try to dupe that product from Charlotte, I had to try it. You should have already known this video was coming. I had to try this and see what the fuss is all about, and if this really is a great dupe or alternative to the Charlotte. So I recorded my first impressions, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on this packaging, formula, colors, the availability of this product versus the Charlotte, and kind of show you how I apply this, because I don't dot it on my face like you would probably expect with this type of packaging that has that sponge tip applicator. I do mine a little bit differently for many reasons, and I will share that with you in a moment, but I really wanted to put both formulas to the test. So this is the face completed. One side is Tarte and one side is Charlotte. Can you tell? And of course I do have blush and highlight and all my other steps on, but can you tell a difference from one side to the other? Don't skip ahead and try to find out what it is. Stay tuned for the demo, because I'm actually going to compare it and see if it really is a dupe, because it kind of looks like it, right? Like they're being very obvious about what they're trying to do here, right? So we're going to put it to the test and see if it's actually a dupe. So let's find out together. I saw this on the Ulta website, which is where I ordered mine. You can also get it on QVC and the Tarte website. So the accessibility of this is better right off the bat than Charlotte, because Charlotte's is always out of stock and it's hard to get your hands on. And the amount of shades in the Sculpt tape is better than what you will find with Charlotte. Both of them are 12 mils and they both say made in Italy. Are they made in the same place? Could be, possibly. And we're going to just put all these theories to the test. Like I said, in the Charlotte, I have medium deep, so I may use this on one side. In the Tarte, I ordered the shade called Soft Bronze. So as you can see, the packaging is that tube packaging with a sponge applicator, just like the Charlotte one. They basically are trying to dupe it, okay? There's no hiding it except for the colors and the font on the packaging, but it's essentially the same thing. You twist it from off to on, and then once you squeeze it, it will dispense the product through the tube. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep squeezing gently until you actually get some of the product to come through. We're getting somewhere. There we go. So as I mentioned with these types of products, if you watch my Charlotte Tilbury matte blush review and first impressions, I don't dot this on directly to my skin for hygienic reasons. I like to be able to keep this tip of product as sanitary as possible, so I always have a makeup palette on hand, or my hands that I have freshly washed before doing makeup application. I don't like to dot it just because I can't really sanitize this and clean it like I do my brushes once there's product on there. So I will work from a makeup palette, and this is what the color looks like. Gently, whoa. I hope this is easy to blend. So I'm gonna just do a little bit and tread softly. The first time I did the contour wand from Charlotte, it was an absolute mess because I was not prepared for how much pigment was going to come off when applying it, because the formula is really, really pigmented on Charlotte. So I'm going to just tread softly, try to learn my lesson from the past, and sort of blend this out. And that actually blended out very, very easily. And I feel like even though it looks a bit cool, swatched and also on my makeup palette, when I apply it, it actually does look a little bit more warm. Don't you think? Like just a little bit warmer than what I anticipated. So I think that's a good thing. But if it is a little bit more on the cool side, it's fine, because generally contours are going to be cooler, so a little bit more gray in tone than a bronzer. Bronzer is going to add more warmth. This out here. Same brush, I just kind of wiped it off just because I don't have two of these. Sometimes I do like to use my damp beauty sponge and go over it to kind of smooth it out and blend any edges, but the Tarte side really blended quite nicely, and I don't have issues either with the Charlotte. I use this one pretty often. I'm going to grab a little bit more. So here's Charlotte, and then here is Tarte. I feel like they look pretty daggone similar on the skin, and it could just be because I used a very tiny amount and I didn't directly dot it onto my skin. But I will say, since this video is kind of like testing out the theory of the Sculpt tape versus Charlotte, the application, the blendability, and how easily that just blended into my foundation was better than I anticipated. I'm going to add some blush, go about my day, and then maybe figure out how I feel. So far, so good. And I think this first impression is better than I anticipated. So hopefully this was helpful if you were curious about the comparison. I don't know if you've tried them, but I'm going to kind of finish the rest of my makeup and then show you the full face, everything complete. Okay, so I'm back. This is the completed look. I added some highlight and some blush, and then I also finished my lip combo for the day. So for blush, I'm going to show you the palette. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette in the Pillow Talk Fair Medium. They came out over the holidays, so I took both of those blushes, mixed them together and applied it, and I also mixed the two highlighters. So one is a little bit more of a champagne kind of gold color, and then this one is a little bit more on the pinky side. So that's the glow that you're seeing on my face, and I mixed, like I said, both of those blushes to give me the look for today. For lips, I took the LYS lipstick in the shade Sincere, which is a matte formula that I used in a previous video, and I mixed it with my lip serum from Makeup by Mario. This is just the pink glow. I've been using these kind of to hydrate my lips before doing my makeup so that when I get to the lip step, they're soft and ready to go. So I just decided to leave it on and mix it with this, because why not? You know, I'm not really doing much for the day, so I figured this is fine, and that's why it looks a little bit more glossy, just because the serum from Makeup by Mario has a nice, really glossy finish, whereas the lipstick from LYS is more of a satin matte, very comfortable, and I've been wearing this a lot since I posted my last video, which was last Friday. So far, I'm very impressed with the way the Sculpt tape actually worked. I feel like they are not trying to hide the fact that they're duping it. Like the packaging, everything is very similar. The way the formula blends, it kind of blended the same way. I didn't have any issues with it, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I won't say that the Tarte Sculpt tape is going to replace this because I love this one, but I feel like they're very, very similar. And like I said before, if you can't get the Charlotte, this one will give you the same effect. And I want to say it's a little cheaper as well in price point. I will have the prices and the product names down below in the description box. But so far, I do think it's pretty good, and I'm impressed. I have to hand it to Tarte because they are definitely trying to dupe something super popular. So anyways, that's it. That's my 2 cents on it. I hope this video was helpful, kind of seeing my first impressions and how I apply it. I will have the tools that I like to use for contour and liquid bronzers listed down below as well, in case you are looking for a better way of applying these products. Anyways, enough babbling. That is it. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you've tried this product from Tarte, let me know what your experience was like. Or are you kind of curious about it? Are you going to get it eventually and try it out? Let me know. Let's kind of talk and chat about it in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, for being you, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.